following is a presentation on human trafficking online, the role of online classified ads in social media sites. One does not have to look around very far to realize that the use of internet in daily lives has increased over the years. In fact, in 2010, internet users worldwide totaled approximately 2 billion. Hundreds of millions of individuals are using social media networking sites, and half of adults on the internet are using classified advertising sites. With this huge increase in internet use, the benefits are self-evident, but there is also a dark side. Social media networks and online classified ads are progressively being utilized as tools for marketing, recruiting, and selling sex slaves. Regarding the sex trade, Director of the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Robert S. Mueller, states, "We are faced with the increasing use of social network sites and other advances in technology to carry out these crimes and to facilitate these criminal enterprises." For years, human trafficking has been a grim reality globally and in the US, but online technologies are being exploited at unprecedented levels. In one survey of the sex trade, Robbie Couch from the Huffington Post writes that 70% of victims reported being sold online. So whether it's on Craigslist or on some of these other social network sites, the pimps can offer these women and children for sale across the entire internet, says Ambassador Louis Sedabaka of the US Department of State. According to Mark Latanero, the research director at the USC Annenberg Center on Communication Leadership and Policy, human trafficking is defined as a form of modern-day slavery wherein victims are forced or otherwise coerced into labor or sex both across and within state and international borders. Online classified ads, much like newspapers, present advertisements that are grouped by categories, products, and services. They reach wide audiences and are often free of charge, and are either anonymous or require a username and password. And finally, social networking sites are defined as online platforms and services that allow users to build a network of connections across the internet. Of course, these definitions present us with a lens through which we can examine the problem of the sex trade via the internet. So first, let's discuss the use of online classified ads. For many years, Craigslist was known as the #1 classified ad site that was facilitating human trafficking. Around 2006, reports started to surface with allegations that sex trafficking was taking place via the adult services section of Craigslist. In the same year, the FBI arrested Marcus Sewall for using Craigslist to advertise to underage minors for sexual activities. In another case, 2 women from Chicago were charged and convicted for selling 14 girls through Craigslist. On September 15th of 2010, the House Subcommittee on Crime, Terrorism, and Homeland Security conducted a hearing regarding sex trafficking and its concern over sites like Craigslist. The end result of the hearing was that the adult section portion of Craigslist was shut down permanently. Today, however, many other sites, in fact approximately 5,000, are suspected to indirectly or directly facilitate the sex trade. One such site is Backpage.com. According to Congresswoman Ann Wagner, in 2013, the revenue for online prostitution ads within the U.S. totaled approximately $45 million, with 82.3% going to Backpage.com. Advertisements for sexual services are posted on Backpage.com, along with photographs and per-hour pricing. According to Molly Oswalks, in her article, How Online Sex Trafficking Could Destroy Twitter, in 2010, a lawsuit was filed against Backpage, but Backpage was not found liable for third-party content under Section 230 of the Federal Communications Decency Act. Now, in addition to online classified ads, social media websites play their part too. CBS News reports that, quote, "Today, thousands of false Facebook profiles are established every week, which are merely links to outside websites featuring women and men for sale." In Indonesia, there was an instance where pimps used Facebook to post pictures of their victims and attract customers. In addition, pimps create MySpace and Facebook accounts to contact children and masquerade as friends across cyberspace. Traffickers worldwide, in addition to this, also use sites like Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, and Snapchat to recruit and sell girls. If just one of them answers, traffickers can make thousands of dollars off that girl very quickly, said Andrea Powell, founder and director of Fair Girls, a US-based NGO which helps trafficked girls worldwide. There has been a growing trend in traffickers using WhatsApp and Snapchat to message women because they evaporate very quickly. By means of false job promises, these women are fooled into believing in relationships online, and these girls quickly become sex slaves. Now let's look finally at technology and how it can combat the sex trade. Despite these disturbing trends of internet technology being used to facilitate the sex trade, technology is also being used as a vehicle to combat sex trade. Online data collection, basic computational linguistics, and data visualization can be used for narrowing the pool of cases, which may warrant further investigation into potential sex trafficking advertisements. While such techniques are indeed helpful in narrowing down pools of cases, one should not then assume that online tools alone can detect cases of trafficking. It takes a combination of computer-assisted analysis and human expert decisions to process and act upon the data. The posts might provide keywords to signal possible cases of trafficking, but they are only useful up to that point. At that point, an expert decision must also be made to determine which specific ads are potential cases of trafficking. Finally, mapping technologies are being also used to map the location of mentioned posts in an attempt to trace locations of trafficking. So in conclusion, there is no doubt that social media sites and online classified ads are being used as a front for human trafficking. As awareness continues to rise and technology continues to advance, even though digital avenues will serve for vehicles of sex trafficking, technology will also continue to be utilized in the fight against human sex trafficking.